So, Sujit, I would like to welcome you for our Leaders Talk. And as I was sharing with you, our Leaders Talks primarily we invite business leader from different industry, different background, and discuss the trade, commerce, business, and industry in our in different area and all that. And we try to understand the perspective of our leader, what he thinks, and how our discussion can benefit our members and users who are watching on our YouTube and Facebook Live.
Right.
So, first of all, I'd like to welcome you, Sujit.
Yeah.
And why not you tell me about yourself, what you do, and what kind of business you are involved in, and what you take care of.
Sure. Uh, I'm basically from the telecom background. I've been working in the telecom field. I've worked in companies like Vodafone, Reliance, BPL Mobile, and
So the
also in
voice
the,
is, if you can pick up the voice, that'll be better. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Is this clear now?
Yeah, it's more clear. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I've been in the telecom industry for nearly 13 and a half years, and I've worked in various companies in Vodafone, Reliance, BPL Mobile, and in paging companies like Mobilink and BPL Connect. And there I managed a wide gamut of operations, basically customer services, collections, credit department, as outbound call center, and all these areas. And I've also worked in BPO for around 4.5 years, where I managed large centers in the range of around 1,100 people odd workforce. Plus, been into the initially in my initial career, I worked in financial companies involving logistics, and currently I'm looking after the e-commerce portfolio. Basically, moved out of corporate life and started something with my friend. And from a containers manufacturing operations, we moved on to the e-commerce space, basically selling wellness products and doing social media marketing, and also doing website development for various clients across India. And overall, been in 23 years into the working industry, I could say that.
Great. See, as our today's topic of leaders talk is primarily focus on our e-commerce.
Right, right.
So the question at this stage I would like to ask you. Of course,
Yeah,
you know that since March, because of this Corona pandemic, all the business and industries are having their own challenges, are almost operating at a very lower capacity level,
right, right,
and every organization is looking for the opportunity to go virtual.
right, right,
And they feel that going virtual is the only solution available in this period.
right,
If I'm able to do something, some business, and able to reach their customer.
right.
So how you can see this business uses this e-commerce platform, or how they can go virtual to improve their revenue, and of course be in the business and survive.
Right, right. See, if you look at the total retail and the unretail, non retail segments today, which is not into the e-commerce space, and these retail operations which happen today, e-commerce contributes only 16% of the overall business today. And
Okay.
there is a huge scope. If you look at, like, the current e-commerce business in the world is only around $2.5 trillion, and the if I compare just 16% being part of that, then there's a huge scope that we can look at, where the industry is, it's itself is very huge.
Right.
And during this pandemic, if you see, there were some fortunate companies in the e-commerce space or retail space which survived actually. And
Mhm.
they were companies which were basically into essentials, such as groceries, healthcare
Mhm.
items, and home workout equipments.
Mm-hmm.
This also created a new industry altogether, for an industry called masks. I think nobody ever thought about wearing a mask before,
Right,
and now that industry got developed,
right.
and suddenly you find most of people getting into that kind of a foray. Now, as you ask me the question, how do you increase the revenue for the e-commerce space? I think we need to look at, there are a lot of steps. If I talk about, there are 25 to 30 steps which you need to follow, but I will take you to the key steps. Basically, what happens is, today, what we do is we want to go and find new customers. I think that is a wrong approach.
Mm-hmm.
What we need to do is, we need to target our existing customers. Now, these existing customers are of two types. One is on an online mode, one is on an offline mode.
Right,
Whether these offline customers I can make them into online, that actually helps my business. And we need to target them because they are familiar with the brand, they know me, and they know what products I sell, and basically focusing and improving their experience on the virtual world. That is
right.
one portion. And second is, when we sell these products, I think we need to move out of calling them up or something. We need to start creating a visual demonstration, that is videos or audios, or even photographs, which actually make the customer connect to you. And
Right.
that is what we need to look at. And then what we need to do is, we need to start developing various apps. Now, apps, what does it do is, it builds in convenience, it builds in speed, builds in the saved preferences. Like if I'm buying a grocery for
Mhm.
1,000 rupees, maybe next month I can buy the same thing. So it gives me an options whether it keeps on continuing. So I'm adding, not only adding value to the customer, but adding value to myself, because I know I have to keep these stocks. And
Right.
secondly is personalization and entertainment. These are the factors we need to build in the apps, wherein the customer feels comfortable using it. And foremost, what happens in the e-commerce industry is, because of Amazon or Flipkart, what happened is, it has created a psychology for people to know about only discounts.
Mm-hmm.
I think this e-commerce market is basically predominantly been about a discount market today,
Right.
because everybody wants a discount. They see 40%, they're happy. They see 50%, they're more than happy.
Yes.
So that is how we need to start sourcing or selling your products today. And we need to follow the market, to be very frank today, because if we don't follow the lot, then you are out of the lot. So we need to also look at products which we can give a discount, and it should add value to the customer basically.
Right.
And secondly, what we need to do is ramp up promotions on holidays and special days. Look at anniversaries, birthdays. Now try to collect
Mm-hmm.
more demographics of the customer, so that we can build in there. Because if we don't do that, then the customer doesn't feel that I'm important.
Right.
And the foremost thing is, can I tell the customer is, we call it in the e-commerce platform is FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
That is fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Because what happens is, we tell him that this product is available, but only two products are available. So you buy. So you buy fast. It is basically enticing the customer to buy fast. So I offer him 50% discount, and I tell him only two products are available.
Right.
So that is what we need to start creating. And we need to stop focusing on registering customers before buying. Because when we create such a platform, it should not be hindrance for a customer. Array, he is telling me to register. We
Right.
need to ensure that he moves into a place where he needs to buy a product and then ask him to register, because that will
Mhm.
give a comfort feeling for the customer is, yes, now I can fill in my details. Or is it the first instance you tell him to go out of the network? That should not happen. And what we need to also do as as we are targeting these customers online, we need to find out why and when the actual abandon happens on a cart, because
Mhm.
then we realize where are we going wrong in the business, and we can correct the business.
Right.
And then best option is to make use of a social media. I think that is the platform which builds in, because today uh, in e-commerce platform 88% of customers are influenced by friends.
Mhm.
And in social media at least around 65% customers see the report about a product which is good and they start buying the product. So
Right.
I think we need to start targeting social media there.
Mhm.
And then secondly, everything boils down to customer services. I think that is a key factor, and that is
Right.
what we need to build up.
Yeah.
So this is what I feel. And plus,
Mhm.
the last and foremost is we need to keep retargeting the customers. Like
Mhm.
once he buys it, then don't leave him. You know,
Right.
we need to keep on building up conversations, keep on building up activities with him, so that we can target him back and ensure he buys something more, but not pestering him. I think that we need to be very careful on.
Right. I think you very rightly said too many points, and which is all are very right.
Right.
But again, out of this your answer only, I have something going on in mind, like
Right.
which is very interesting, and I would like to understand more for our viewers.
Right.
Like you have seen that this online businesses, especially through the Flipkart and this Amazon, this has become a more of a kind of a discount market.
Right. Right.
And what I see, even in fact, sometimes even I do it. Like I see the people that they have all the application in their mobile,
Right.
and if they have to buy some product, they go on those three places or four places, and
Right.
even you see that the local players are also on like e-commerce now. Like
Right.
you see that Tata, they are onto electronics and consumers, so Tata Click is there.
Yes. Yes.
Now you have seen that JioMart has already come in picture.
Right. Right.
Now you see that for the grocery and other product, because of this quarantine, DMart is also locally available on e-commerce platform
Right.
and
Right.
application and mobile. So
Right.
we have the variety and product available on the e-commerce.
Right.
So in India, the mindset is like that. People have enough time.
Right.
So they would like to go here and there and do a proper analysis, and where it is cheaper, they want to go buy it.
Right.
So how you are going to then retain your customer?
Right.
Loyalty, where is loyalty?
See, if you ask me, there is a in since last year, that is 2019.
Even I
There,
forget Paytm. There is also 1 giga.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. See, if you look at, last year there was a word which came up on the social media. You could have heard this word as social proofs. You know, this is basically a psychological experiment with the customer. Actually,
Hmm.
you know, I don't want to buy it, but I want somebody to guide me to buy it.
Right.
So that has become a different setup from last year onwards, when people, market researchers, everybody started doing a research. They identified this.
Hmm.
This is playing a key role today, because
Hmm.
I don't want to act, but I want somebody else responsible to tell me to act. Then I act. And how do you drive this? It's a
Hmm.
new concept. Basically, it
Right.
is it is basically testimonials which are given by other customers,
Hmm.
because instead of using a high profile brand person, you
Hmm.
normally start using customers to talk about your products, that yes, I like this product. Then
Hmm.
what happens? I have a community.
Hmm.
So that customer builds a community and he creates a customer for you.
Right.
So that is how this concept of social proof is actually happening. What happens is customer always looks for customer reviews, media awards, and paid influences, endorsements, or
Hmm.
testimonials. It's basically telling the customer that, boss, I have a friend for you in social media. He will guide you to buy my product. And that's how. Because, and if you see the trend today, this impact is actually looking at around some market researchers, which has reports are available. They're giving results of up to around 73%, when customers are actually going and seeing this and buying products from these
Right.
companies and brand.
Right. Right.
And what they get influenced is the buyers. This is further research on that. Is 43% get influenced by just text, and people see the photos. 33% they get influenced on, and video is 24%. Because if I see a video, 24% buy the product. If I see a text that the message is what the customer writes about this product, I get influenced at the rate of 43%. So these are kind of the surveys which people had done to find out what exactly is the behavior pattern of a person looking at social media to buy a product. And there are various other things, when if you talk about Instagram, you talk about your stories about your product, you give stories about your product. So and stories and highlights, basically. So when the individual gets influenced through these stories and ideas, then they start the buying. And
Right.
today, if I want to buy any product, 87% of the customers who want to buy products are going on an online mode to check the feasibility of the product today. And if you talk about a consumer being on the line, then the ratio says 77% of people get influenced by looking at the customer and just buy the product. And that's how it is having. And due to this, what we need to build in social media today is customizable layouts, which they can inspire these customers to buy a product.
Right.
And you need to end of the day connect the link.
Right.
And end of the day, what we do is the new customers get brand exposure straight away. It's like-minded people talking about, and it's a word of mouth publicity which you get.
Right. You said it very rightly again. The next thing, what I was understanding,
Right.
the social media, digital media, and the comments and user, opinion
Right.
matters a lot about buying habit of this customer.
Right.
How people are talking about this product, their quality, their utility, or might be how it is, when you are talking about the Instagram,
Right.
influencers and people are talking about their product and uses and all that.
Right.
uh, the very different perspective I look into that, you see this is happening, and this research says your information was with all research data and all that.
Right.
I do agree that it is happening. But on the other hand, we see that a lot of news keep on coming in media always, that
Right.
it is all likes, dislikes, and users and followers are all bots are available nowadays, and it is all manipulated also, or it is purchased also, it is bought also.
Right.
You pay the influencer the money, the brand pays the influencer the money, and
Right.
they endorse the brand
Right.
without consuming that brand. I don't think that those people are using those brands for their personal purpose. If you have money and you can go and take the endorsement from the big brand, and people are available because these people are in the
Right.
marketing or sales or branding, so they will
But but
talk about. Yeah.
what happens in your scenario today? We did not have to find influencers with 1 billion followers or 1 million followers.
Right.
The target audience we should look at is people who have 10,000 followers or even a 5,000 followers, because
Mm-hmm.
that is where when the connect builds up.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I look at 1 billion followers a person, people think that, boss, I don't know what is this guy talking about today.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm looking at a person with 5,000 followers, I try to build a connect. Okay, he doesn't have much followers, he may be talking the truth. Because that is what is conceding today in terms of, because nowadays people are not looking at high profile people or high branded people. They are looking
Right.
at people who can influence a smaller community,
Mm-hmm.
because one person who likes something, he communicates to 10 people, and in
Mm-hmm.
social media it automatically gets viral.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to look at people who are less influencers and have less group or less community, which they cater to today.
But our consumers are educated to know that this 10,000, 5,000 or less who are organically have the organic followers. It is not inflated and purchased or bought followers. They are the real people who will talk and share on the media. See, there's very interesting news. One of my clients, Uh, she
Right.
is an architect.
Okay.
Of course, not relevant with decision, but I will give you a very nice example. She
Okay.
is an architect, and she is very talented architect. The
Right.
girl
Right.
is very talented architect, and she is very good in her work.
Okay.
She was sharing a story with me.
Uh-huh.
Uh, are you able to hear my voice?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So she was able to share me a story that one of her prospective client, where she's supposed to engage with her some architectural work for
Okay.
her designing the office.
Okay.
She didn't go with this architect because she said ki, I didn't see any review in social media about you.
Okay.
Although your work is very fine, your price is also very good. Like,
Right.
you know, I love to go with that, but because any social, there is no social media, nobody is talking about you and nobody has any
Right.
review against you.
Right.
So I cannot go for that.
Right.
And when she was sharing to me, I feel that in these cases, you're not going to buy a FMCG product or a small product or something like that.
Right.
People should utilize their own wisdom.
No, that's why I said the concept of social proofs is very important, because I want somebody else to take a decision for me, because
Right.
that is a key factor for people today, if you look at.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what is happening today in the social media, because I don't want to take a decision,
Mm-hmm.
and I want somebody else to decide upon that, and then I blindly follow, I could say that.
Right. I think from that point only this question was coming. But
Right.
why this mentality is going to be like that? Why people doesn't want to take their own decision? They
Hmm.
are so weak or they are so incapable
it
in
is it
deciding
is
themselves.
it is not about incapability, it is basically about the choice and upbringing about a person. Basically, it is how I have been taught all my whole life. But
Mm-hmm.
see, today I have a social media platform. If I don't have a social media platform, what is my upbringing? I
Right.
think that is actually categorizing what you do. Today, social media has not changed anything for you in life. What you were doing earlier, you're just doing it in a computer.
Mm-hmm.
That is the major change which has happened. But my decision making abilities, my way I believe something, or way I trust or something, that will not change, because that is on an individual's responsibility. Because that individual may feel that I don't get see, today, if you talk about people, I would call my friend and check with them in the product. Now today I don't call my friend, I check in social media, because I have a Google. I just do a Google search this product.
Right.
So that is, they feel that that person who's giving a review is a friend for me, and he's telling me the truth, but they actually don't know the fact. But they are getting influenced. That's how the market is going to be like.
Right.
That will
Actually, what you said it now, I totally agree that they have been brought in such a way that they brought in an environment of reviews.
right.
Like, where other person's reviews are very important for their decision.
Yes, yes, yes,
And this is the trend, I think, has started for last 5 7 years.
yes.
You can say when this e-commerce and social media is coming in the market. Even I was surprised with this kind of answer somebody gives to me.
Right,
I
right,
will be also very upset. What kind of answer you are giving? Do you want to have your own wisdom? Do you
right,
want to decide? I think
right,
that is the right point you said it, Sujit. Uh, Another question what I wanted to have at the same time,
right,
then how to engage the right customer? How to reach to the right customer? You say that suppose you might be a business owner, you are having available on the social media, or
right,
you are
right,
e-commerce or
right,
whatever business you are doing it. One way is that you have to be very heavily presence on the social media. You have the reviews for your product. You have to have influencer talking about
right,
your
right,
product.
right,
You have to compete with this marketing, what it is happening in this
right,
market.
right.
If you are not able to compete, then do you see any other alternatives available? As a lot of companies are still picking up at this stage.
Right, right,
Many companies are still see they are coming in social and digital medias and all that, but
right,
still they
right.
are not up to full fledged. So and if the customer behaviors are changing, customers are getting and believing in reviews, so how people should retain their customer or
Right, right,
increase their customer in this changing business environment?
right. The first thing I always tell my clients who wants to develop a website today, I tell them whether are you sure you want to go for this product, or are you sure you want to do this business? If the answer is yes, then we proceed. Because what happens is, if you just want to follow the crowd, then you are a loser.
Yeah.
Because then if you feel that I have the capability to manage this, then there are somewhere around 18 options which you can do actually.
Mm-hmm.
One is a very low cost model. Second is a where you have to pay something. Third is it's a costliest model.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the three models people work with. Now, leaving aside the costliest model, we just start with the low cost. First is whether I optimize my site or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at Google today, if I put a word, say for example, watch, I can use the word timepiece also. So whether if 100 people are searching for a watch, then whether my site has those details as a watch. So
Mm-hmm.
that I need to check. And I need to optimize my site basis those searches.
Right.
So if I'm selling a watch today, I need to have that details of the watch in my site. I should not mention it as a timepiece.
Mm-hmm.
So I should be very clear on what I mention. So basically, optimizing the site for a search engine.
Right.
That is a key point.
Mm-hmm.
And then include reviews of your products.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we miss out is key factors is when the person wants to buy or he wants to get influence, he needs to see the reviews, the ratings, what we
Right.
call it, whether it's a 3-star rating or a 5-star rating, and keep it very simple. So the customer can see the stars there. Okay, this it is 4 rating, I can buy it. If it is 2 rating, no, I don't want to go ahead. So
Right.
those are the things which we need to, and also we need to look at is the content marketing, because for e-commerce, blogging is very much important. So whether if I create something like it's like a magnet. These blogging slides are like a magnet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, blogs usually should not be about your products.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it should be about people. That
Mm-hmm.
for instance, if I need to wear certain clothes where I'm jogging,
Right.
I need to talk about that. I should not talk about my product is there for you to wear this for jogging. So there's a difference in how you actually market your product today. Because most of the e-commerce sites, they make a mistake when they create these blogs. They will talk about your product. My product is good for jogging, but you
Mm-hmm.
need to say what you need to wear for jogging. So these are the materials you need to wear. So when you go for that, then you actually come to my site and buy this material,
Right. Right.
right?
Right. I think educating the customer, what you are saying is,
Yeah,
and making the customer informed what is good and helpful for them,
right, right,
that they should, that kind of information should be available on your social and digital
right,
medias and
right,
marketing
right,
and site
right,
and whatever you are trying to do it.
right.
Very informative, Sujit. One last, I think, question I will have to have.
Yeah, yeah, tell me.
With the digital and social media becoming a very one of the important player, and it is becoming an important business for the people, and a lot of people
Yes,
are in this business.
yes, yes.
It's my personal experience also, I will tell you. That's the
Okay,
reason I'm asking this question.
fine.
When you approach 2, 3 social and digital media marketing companies,
Right,
you take the opinion, and suppose you are working with one digital company and all that, and
right,
things are
right,
moving fine.
right,
Or not so fine, like the way you wanted to have it is okay, but not
right,
as per the expected. The
right.
moment you start talking to some other company, they will say ki, like what you are doing is nothing, it's useless.
Okay, okay.
I will do this thing and I will able to create something for this.
Right, right,
You being a smart person, you invite the third person
right,
and you ask that ki, okay, I'm having this situation now. and I had a discussion with some other company who is giving me this plan. That is the
Right.
way they will able to do it. The
Right.
moment third person will see, they say, no, that is bullshit. Like,
Right.
you don't believe in that. I will be
Right.
giving you another plan. You should go with that.
Right.
Every person, like, I'm talking from the business perspective. Every person, suppose somebody is in FMCG business, somebody is in fashion, somebody is in retail, somebody is in consulting, somebody is in teaching, somebody is in.
Right. Right.
See, everybody requires social and digital media presence nowadays.
Yes. Yes.
So these persons, the owners or whatever, they doesn't have the expertise in, social and digital media. What is best for them?
Right.
But when they call the experts, they keep on getting fee for, as many expert as kind of
Right.
answers.
Right.
And that answer primarily the businessman knows that because they want to get the business, so they want to try to give their opinion and all that. But
Right.
which is the best opinion and which will work or which will not work?
Okay, I'll tell you because if you look at 10 years back or maybe 12 years back, I would say, uh, every person went through a different kind of a grind or an experience in social media. Now,
Right.
people who call them the experts in social media have gone through many grinds. Now, to be very frank, today, nobody in the world knows what is working, what is not working.
Yes.
And that is a fact of life today.
Right.
See,
Right.
it happens is if your luck is good, then it clicks. If your luck is bad, nothing will click. And what I normally tell my clients is when we do this SEO marketing for them, I tell them, boss, don't expect me be there on the Google search page on the first page itself. It is not possible. You have to build it over a period of time. And
Right.
if you are expecting that to happen in when you give me the business, then please, I'm not the right guy. Because
Right.
no, you have to build up. Because today I have around 20,000 followers in LinkedIn. Now, that doesn't mean that I've got it in 1 month. It took me at least 4 years to get so many followers.
Right.
So that is how it has to be made. And what happens is, in today's business, everybody wants quick success, and that
Right.
is what is creating these kinds of methodology, or when you want to take different opinions, because everybody is a good master in social media today, and they know what they're doing. But
Right.
what happens is, our expectation is that, boss, if somebody tells me very good about something, then I go for that. I think
Mm-hmm.
that has got to do with the human mentality also. Because if I tell you that I will take 3 years to get you on the first page of Google,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody else tells you 1 year, you'll go with them.
Yeah.
So I mean, that is what we need to look at. It's how I need to build up my business. Am I looking for a quick success, or I am looking for a long term?
Right.
Because today's condition, if I talk about COVID, has taught us one thing is, if you have not planned for long term, you are dead.
True.
And that is what we need to also understand in the e-commerce business, because today you're not building up a business to make quick bucks and move out. You have to
Mm-hmm.
be on the long haul, or else there's no point in coming in this business, actually.
Very true. Very true. Very
Right.
true. Yeah, thank you very much, Sujit,
Yeah, thanks.
for being part of this leaders talk.
Sure,
And
sure.
I would like to hand over to Swarnika. She has to say something.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure now our viewers have a much better understanding of e-commerce and its relation to customer retention. I would like to thank Mr. Sujit for his time today
Thanks.
and for his expert guidance. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
And on behalf of Navi Mumbai Chamber of Business and Industries and Great Human University, I would like to thank our viewers for joining us on this live stream and making this Leaders Talk a successful one. We will meet again in a few days with another important topic and another corporate leader as guest to guide you. Stay connected with Great Human University and Navi Mumbai Chamber for updates about upcoming shows. Drop your questions in the comment box, and you can also join us to share the screen with our guest if you like. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay safe.
Yeah, thanks. It was my pleasure
Thank you.
being on this session.
Thanks.